what is going on is back in the day, females cannot be on stage because,สังคม sexist. So men have to play the characters of the women. So drag means dress in a role resembling a girl, dress in a role as a girl. DRAG. หรือแบบใช่เป็น acronym หรือแบบถ้าเกิดกลับมามองที่สมัยรัชกาลที่6ด้วยซ้ำwhen women also weren't allowed to play certain roles. So เป็นคล้ายๆอย่างนั้นว่าแบบ men dress up as women เล่นละครเล่นเป็น character. Once a year there would be around 200 men who would go to the city into this huge town and they would disappear and no one would know what happened. They were dressing up as women but they're straight. คือมีลูกมีครอบครัวแต่คือเขาแค่มีความสุขกับการแค่แต่งหญิงแล้ว society บอกว่ามันผิดเขาก็เลยต้องแอบแต่ว่าเขาไม่ได้ต้องการเป็นผู้หญิงนะเขามีครอบครัวแต่เขาแค่รู้สึกว่าเขาได้ปลดปล่อยpeople are like แต่งหญิงเขาไปทำไม I'm like because I can because I want to and because I don't care what you think. So that's one of the other things because life's too short to care what people think and if you do certain things that makes you happy and it doesn't hurt anyone, I'd say do it.
Speaking of drag, do you know where it originated from? Where do you think it kind of came from, this whole drag concept?
Well, I can't say for sure, but historically, drag has been rooted in the Shakespearean times when females weren't allowed to be on stage, and so the characters of females are played by males. And they would have to grind their breasts. They would have to play the male would have to. I'm sorry, Finding the Best นั่นคือหนัง Shakespeare in Love มึนละเจ็ตแลกอยู่คืออย่างนี้ What is going on is back in the day, females cannot be on stage because สังคม sexist. So men have to play the characters of the women. So drag means dress in a role resembling a girl, dress in a role as a girl. DRAG หรือแบบใช่เป็น acronym หรือแบบถ้าเกิดกลับมามองที่สมัยรัชกาลที่6ด้วยซ้ำwhen women also weren't allowed to play certain roles. So เป็นคล้ายๆอย่างนั้นว่าแบบ men dress up as women เล่นละครเล่นเป็น character.
I'd like you to clarify on the differences between showgirls, transvestites, and drag.
I think it's very different. It's a very big culture that are different. I think ถ้าสมมติอยู่บอกว่า showgirl กับ drag ไม่ได้มีความแตกต่างมากขนาดนั้นเพราะว่า it's under the same umbrella but a lot of people would necessarily have in their mind what a showgirl is as someone who is has an aesthetic relating to beauty and a lot of showgirls do live their lives as women, as trans women. So, but a lot of drag, they would live their life as not the character that they're dressed up to cross over into. For example, me, ใช้ชีวิตเป็นผู้ชายแต่งเป็นเพศหญิง drag มันมีการข้ามเพศแต่สมัยเนี้ย these days drag can be anything. There's drag kings, there's drag queens, it's limitless.
Bio queens as well.
Bio queens, femme queens, แบบมันกว้างมากมันก็คือ it's literally nowadays what drag means is แต่งข้ามอะไรบางอย่าง cross over into something. Yeah.
So it's basically transvestite is similar to, or is it synonymous to cross-dressers?
I think cross-dressers, there's a difference between cross-dressers and drag queens, and we'll break it down. Cross-dressers, most of the time, cross-dressers when they dress, there is an audience that is less than drag. Drag คือแสดงเพื่อเวทีแสดงเพื่อคนดู cross-dresser เขาแต่งเพื่อความสุขของเขาเพราะฉะนั้นหลายๆคนที่เป็น cross-dressers sometimes cross-dressers they would dress in a closet or in places where people don't see them as much เพราะว่า there's a sense that society is shaming them or there's a really interesting city I forgot what name but there's 200 of once a year there will be around 200 men who would go to the city into this huge town and they would disappear and no one would know what happened. They were dressing up as women.
Is this real?
This is real.
Like for the whole time?
For that weekend แล้วก็แบบ have tea parties แต่ว่าแบบ but they're straight คือมีลูกมีครอบครัวแต่คือเขาแค่มีความสุขกับการแค่แต่งหญิงแล้ว society บอกว่ามันผิดเขาก็เลยต้องแอบแต่ว่าเขาไม่ได้ต้องการเป็นผู้หญิงนะเขามีครอบครัวแต่เขาแค่รู้สึกว่าเขาได้ปลดปล่อย
I mean, I feel like it's a liberating outlet for them, right?
But with drag, it's more in the open. It's more for, as a job or as a performance. But I would say like cross-dressing, it's more for ปัญหาของตัวเขาเอง
I would go to that city that you did.
Wouldn't it be fun? I would love to go too. That sounds like a fun party.
Wait, so like do women actually like transform into men? So like
I think with that particular instance, females weren't allowed. Unfortunately. But I'm sure there are, there's drag king parties as well, or other types of parties. Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
Yeah.
So I would like to ask you about your journey in becoming a drag queen, as well as what inspired and motivated you to become who you are.
Inspired by strong women. I'm inspired by women who have a talent that is beyond them. So I'm inspired by Wonder Woman. I'm inspired by Mariah Carey, Lady Gaga, Barbara Streisand, Judy Garland. A lot of women who are so powerful but their lives are quite difficult in terms of they struggle with, their relationships or substance abuse, but throughout it, they're survivors. And I think drag for me is a tribute to what it means to be a woman. It's me celebrating the feminine quality of what it is that we call womanhood. Yeah.
Wow, that's a good objective to have, like a goal to head towards, like aim towards, like you're paying tribute towards, like the celebrating.
I mean, think about it. If you are dressing up as a woman, you have to know what people think this word means.
Oh yeah.
What does a woman mean? Why do I have to put on high heels? Why am I putting my waist in? Why am I hiding certain parts and highlighting certain parts? It's an art form, and for us, I mean, at least for me, I appreciate what it means to be a woman. มาก
So that's your inspiration for drag, would you say?
It's many things as an inspiration to my drag, but that is for sure, what it means to be a woman is up there. I also like the fact that I don't give a crap about what society thinks of me, and that's when people tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. So I think that's one of the reasons why back in the day, people are like, แต่งหญิงไปทำไม? I'm like, because I can, because I want to, and because I don't care what you think. So that's one of the other things. Because life's too short to care what people think. And if you do certain things that makes you happy and it doesn't hurt anyone, I'd say do it.
I love how you have like that audacity and the courage to do so.
Yeah. I think we need more of those people in Thailand. You know what I mean? Yeah.